Guys, Purim has come and gone, and you know what that means? Pesach is on its way. Hey everyone, it's Dora from flippinghousesandpancakes.com, and Purim has gone. Pesach is on its way. We have a countdown of 4 weeks. Let's make Pesach without going totally insane. Okay, guys, are you ready? Here are some of my favorite tips that I have worked on over the last 22 years of making Pesach. I have guests that come, I host, I cook a ton, and I'm going to tell you how to do it without becoming totally insane or exhausted. Everybody will be tired, but we don't need to be exhausted and we don't need to go nuts. So here are my favorite tips. Ready? Number one, favorite tip. The first thing that you're going to do these things, Pesach is going to be easier for you, okay? If this is your first year making Pesach, or if you just really struggle with getting it all together in time, this is how we're going to do it. Are you ready? First thing you're going to do is we're going to take some of that panic and pressure off by dividing our cleaning into chunks, okay? You're going to figure out how much time you have, and you're going to figure out how many things you have to clean. And if you have 3 weeks and 3 rooms, you have to do 1 room a week. If you have 3 weeks and 6 rooms, you have to get 2 rooms done each week. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. And you can break that down into little parts. So you can then say, all right, I have to get an entire room done this week. On Monday, I'm going to clean the closet. On Tuesday, I'm going to do the dresser. On Wednesday, I'm going to pull the bed back and vacuum behind it. Whatever it is, I want you to break it down into small parts. And then here's the most important thing. When you have completed your task for that day or that week, you will not think about the rest of the house. It's too overwhelming. Don't think about it. The only thing you have to do is that. If I only have to clean the dresser today, then when I finish cleaning the dresser, I am done. I did my cleaning. I don't have to worry about the rest because it's all scheduled. And I know that sounds like, wow, was that very meticulous? Like, was that a lot of work? Really, I take out my planner, and I usually start after Hanukkah. So I'm like, okay, I have 12 weeks and I've got 10 rooms, whatever it is. Baruch Hashem, I have a lot of spaces. And I go, okay, I'm going to do this bedroom this week, that bedroom that week. I usually actually start at Pesach and work my way backwards and fill in everything. And I'm going to write that, like the week right before Pesach, I'm cleaning the kitchen. The week before that, I'm doing the dining room. And so on and so forth. I work my way backward. Once I do a room, it's clean for Pesach. My kids know, do not take any food in there. We have very strict rules. If it's clean for Pesach, no food. When they were little, it was like, sit in the high chair, strip their clothes off before they take a Cheerio. Like I was pretty tough because once I clean it, I don't want to do it again. Once I clean it for Pesach, it is cleaned for Pesach. And then I don't have to do it for a whole 9 months again. But even if you just have 4 weeks, like we have right now, 4 weeks, I want you to divide up all the cleaning that you have to do. Divide it all up. Give yourself something to do every day, 1 task to do every day, and then only do that task. If it only took you a few minutes and you still have energy and you want to do the next day's task, go ahead. Do not try to cram everything into 1 chunk of time. And do not stress about what you haven't done yet because it's all going to be already scheduled. You don't have to worry about it. You'll do it tomorrow. It's written down, so you know you will, right? Okay. So that's the first thing. We're going to schedule when we're going to clean each thing. We're going to break it up into small tasks, and we're not going to worry about the ones that we didn't do yet because they're already scheduled. So we don't have to worry about them. We just have to worry about what we have to do today. Okay, that was the first thing. The second thing is I want you to sit down and I want you to make a menu. I want you to make a full menu for Pesach. Beginning this year, we're going to begin for Shabbos, because it goes Shabbos and then Pesach. So I want you to write every single meal, what you're going to make. Don't make yourself crazy, guys. Do not make yourself crazy. Make simple meals, tasty, simple meals. That's all you need. You don't need anything fancy. Tasty, simple meals. okay? You don't need everything rolled. You don't need everything layered. You don't need anything super complicated. Tasty, simple meals. If you have a lot of guests, make more of each of those items. It could be really easy. You can just do chicken, potatoes, and a vegetable. Done. You don't have to do anything fancy, okay? Make yourself a little more sane. Make your meals a little simpler. I know that I do cooking on here, but in general, most of my recipes are pretty simple. I don't have time to cook lots of food. And especially when I'm cooking lots of food, I don't have time to make my dishes complicated. If you do need some recipe ideas, you can check out my blog and you can check out my cookbook. My cookbook is filled with really tasty recipes, and I could even send you a list of which ones you can use for Pesach or how you can change them to use them for Pesach. If you send me an email, I'll send that to you. Okay, so anyhow, you're going to make your menu. You're going to write it down. You're going to type it up into your computer and hit the save button, because next year you're going to start with that menu and go from there. You can change it a little bit. You can rearrange it a little bit, but you're going to have a general idea of a menu for Pesach next year, and you won't have to start from scratch again. This will save you time next year. Not this year, but next year. Okay, now you have your menu. Are you ready? What you're going to do next is you're going to make yourself a master grocery list. Here's mine. This is mine. Mine is 2 pages long. I do a lot of hosting. I do a lot of cooking. So I have a 2-page long grocery list. I wrote it up based on a menu, and then I saved it in my computer, and every year I print it out, and every year I adjust it slightly, sometimes just by hand. I'll make my grocery list. This is 4 weeks out, you guys. It needs to be typed up 4 weeks out. Save it in your computer so you could use it again the next year. You need it 4 weeks out because you want to start shopping early. You don't want to go nuts and shop all at the end. Even if you want to shop all at one time, don't wait till the last minute, okay? Stores get crazy and things are not always available at the last minute. So you're going to make your master grocery list. You're going to take it with you in your bag every time you go shopping. And when you buy something for Pesach, you will cross it off. Find a closet, a cabinet, some place to store your Pesach stuff until you have a space to put it in, okay? But you're going to have a master grocery list that you're going to take with you every time you go shopping. Very, very important. And it's going to help you save money also, because when you're in the store and you're standing there, you're like, did I buy Pesach ketchup? And you look on your paper and you've already crossed off ketchup, then you don't have to worry about it because you already bought it. You know exactly what you have. It's going to save you money and it's going to save you a headache. So you're going to make your shopping list and you're going to save it in your computer for the next year also. Okay. Now, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to go over to your pantry, go over to your kitchen cabinets. I want you to open them up and I want you to look at every single sealed container that you have. You have a sealed, you have a can that's never been opened and it's full of mandarin oranges. I found some today in my cabinet. They said kosher for Pesach on them. I took them out, I wiped them off, and I put them aside for Pesach. Went through my cabinets, everything that I have that is kosher for Pesach and still sealed, I wiped off and I put to the side. And now I cross them off my grocery list. I don't have to buy them because I already did buy them. I just bought them for during the year. But you'd be surprised about how many things are in your cabinet that are kosher for Pesach year round. Put them to the side. Saves you money, and you can cross it off your list. So it's terrific. Why not, right? Okay, so that's the next thing you're going to do is go through your pantry and see what you already own that's kosher for Pesach. Whew. Okay, guys, we took care of the cleaning. We took care of the shopping. By the way, make yourself another list. Ready? The to-do list. And that's the special Pesach to-do list. Write down every kid's outfit that needs to be purchased, every dry cleaning that you need to do, whatever it is, all those millions of little things that we have to do before Pesach. You have to go and buy this one item. You have to, get something altered. Whatever it is, write it on your list. You could put that right in your phone if you want to and check mark it off as you do them. It feels so good to check mark a list, to cross something off and know that you finished it. Makes you feel like, oh, hey, I really got something done. And it also reminds you that you need to do something. So hopefully you don't forget and you get to Erev Pesach and you forgot to buy whatever it was that you needed. That wouldn't be on a grocery list. You know what I'm saying? So you forgot to get this one kid's shoes. You don't want to have to worry about that. Write it on a list. Check mark it off when you've done it. And the nice part is, as you remember those things, you can add them to your list. So we've taken care of our shopping. We've taken care of our cleaning, cooking. Remember, I said we're going to cook simple meals. Tasty, but simple. Nobody needs complicated, because what they really need, I'll tell you what your family really needs, is they really need you to be not exhausted and not insane. So we're going to make simple meals. And one of the things that's going to help you is, I want you, if you usually clean so that you can turn over your kitchen Erev Pesach, no, or the day before Pesach, do not do this to yourself. Do not do this to yourself. Turn your kitchen over 2 days earlier. Make sure that you are cleaning so that you can turn your kitchen over. Give yourself 2 or 3 days to do your cooking. You'll be so much more sane. You'll be so much less exhausted if you can do all of your baking and then start your cooking. And it also gives you time for this part. The part where you're cooking and suddenly you realize you forgot to write something on your grocery list. You still then will have time and sanity enough to run to the store and buy it. So you're going to start your cooking a little earlier than normal, and you're going to just do it. I usually like to do categories. So I will do a baking day, and I do all of my Pesach goodies. That's it. This is it for the whole Pesach. I know some people are like, yes, we love to have it all very, very fresh. I love my freezer. My freezer keeps me sane. I will make cookies, and I'll make all kinds of things. Fresh macaroons. Oh, you guys, they're so good. And if you've never had a fresh homemade macaroon, the recipe's on my blog. You need to make them. They're so good. Okay, so much better than the canned stuff. And I grew up on the canned stuff, and I like it, but I don't buy them anymore because homemade macaroons are so much better. Okay, back to the cooking. I'll do a baking day, and I will label and freeze. And then whenever I need something, it's in the freezer, and I don't have to go back and do it again. Just get it done, get it over with. You will feel so much happier with yourself. Then you're going to cook and do categories if you want. Do a meat morning, or today I'm doing chicken. And you're going to cook a bunch of food. You'll give yourself time. You'll give yourself a chance to sit down occasionally. You won't have to go insane. And there's a lot of stuff to prepare before Seder. So make sure you give yourself enough time to make all of those things. Okay, that's your cooking. Now I've got one more tip for you. One more, that's it. And then the rest is up to you. One more tip on Chol Moed. In the middle of Pesach, when you're trying to have a lot of fun with your family and having a great time, and you know you have to start cooking because there's the second days. As you cook for the second days, once you're done cooking, I want you to take as many of your pots and pans and dishes and utensils and all those things, your Seder plate, I want you to package them up. Anything you don't need for the last 2 days of Pesach, and I want you to put them away. Put them away, clear your counters again, okay? Whatever you still need for the second days, great. I usually don't need any dairy pots and pans for the second days. They're all put away. Put away as much as you can at the end of Chol Moed, right before the second days of Yom Tov. And after Pesach, you will have so much less to put away, and you will feel, again, not overwhelmed. Half of your stuff will already be gone. Your kitchen will be a little calmer, and you won't have as much to do at the very end of Pesach either. So I challenge you to try all those steps and see if your Pesach isn't a little easier to prepare for and to get through. I hope it is, because I don't want any of you guys going nuts while you're preparing for Pesach. And if you enjoyed this and you want more tips like this, or you want to see how I do some of my Pesach preparations, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for notifications so you find out every time I upload a new video. Maybe I will try to make you some Pesach prep videos this year. We'll see. Life is super crazy, so you never know what I get done. All right. And if you enjoyed that, don't forget to check out my website, flippinghouseandpancakes.com, where you can find that amazing macaroon recipe and also my cookbook, which is filled with tasty recipes that are easy to make. All right, flippinghouseandpancakes.com.